So hey guys, hey, welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, my name is Millie, and if you're my returning subscriber, I really appreciate. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the things I do to stay emotionally and mentally healthy. And I think because a lot of time we talk about staying healthy, and I think when people talk about that, and when you see it out on social media, when people say you have to be healthy, I think most of the time people are talking about, they focus on the outer body, on the going to the gym and lifting and having a good body and all that. And I think really people do focus on the mental health, and emotional, how to stay emotionally healthy. I think it's very important. If you're not emotionally and mentally healthy, I don't know how can you be able to take care of your outer body, But there are some people who do, they focus so much on their outer body, but then actually mentally, their mental health is off. You see somebody has a good body, has some muscles and everything, and then their mental status is like whack. So, but today I'm going to talk about myself, the things I do. They might inspire you, or you might learn something, or you may not. The first thing I do, important for me, and that has come with age, is not giving what people think, not caring so much about what people think, because I think that can really be damaging for a lot of people. That can literally be bad for your mental health. It can really be bad for you emotionally. Imagine going around all the time so worried about what people think. I would have wanted to start dating, or I would have wanted to change career. I would have wanted to get out of this job, but I'm so afraid of what people are going to think. And you end up probably being depressed, and you end up being sick and stressed, because you are so afraid of what people are going to think. So for me, but I might say this has come with age, because when I was younger, like in my 20s, I used to think a lot about what people thought of me. But I think it comes with age. Like when you get our age, you don't care. But I wish younger people could also have that power. Younger people could have that courage, could have that self-esteem to be of course we should care what people think. We should not go walking out naked in the streets, because you know what? No matter what you do, people are going to have opinions about you. You can't stop them. You can't stop what people are going to think about you. You can't stop what people are going to talk about you. People are going to talk, you want it or not. I don't really care so much about what people think, and for me that has really taken a big stone off my shoulder, because then I can do what I want without focusing so much on what other people are going to think. So, and I think I do blocking out toxic people out of my life. If I have a friend, even if it's a family member, if you are toxic, and because this toxic people, it kind of spreads, When I say toxic people, I also mean people who not only toxic people, but people who are also negative. Those people who are always negative. No matter what you do, they're always negative. Negative people who are negative, it just spreads like a cold. Have you never felt if you're around somebody who is negative all the time, you just feel almost like an anxiety. I remove toxic people. I remove negative people in my life. And if I can't remove you, if you're somebody at my work, I can try to avoid you in a nice way. I try to avoid you in a nice way, because nobody has time for this negativity. Yes, and I think with that, I rather like to surround myself with people who are uplifting. I mean, when I even say toxic, even on my channel, on my YouTube, I don't think I get that on my Instagram, but on my YouTube, sometimes there are some people who come with these really negative comments, and sometimes I'm I'm trying to boil, I want to comment. I'm calm down, Millie, count to 10. This person is not worth it. Either leave her there or just block her. So I don't want to surround myself with people like that. So if people come on my channel is about positivity. So if people like that come on my channel, I just remove them. I don't even want to see my other followers who are positive to see this kind of negativity. I don't want that negativity spirit on my channel. So if they're there, I remove them. I want to surround myself with uplifting people on my channel that are very uplifting. People, they can give you criticism, but it should be positive criticism. Don't come and criticize me about my looks and all that. That's not what I'm there. So I want people who are uplifting me. If people are putting me down, if you're that kind of person, I smell it from far. If you're the kind of person who want to put me down, again, if you're at my work, there are people you can be working with them and they try to put you down. You feel it, but you try to avoid them. Try to leave them alone, don't interact with them. So for example, also, like, I have to be with somebody who is supporting my hobbies. For example, Jan supports my hobbies. I'll support his hobbies too. Jan supports my YouTube. All these filming guys. How it's hard to having your husband filming you here and there, and all the time you are walking and they have to stop. Jan supports my hobbies, and I could never be with somebody who never like uplifted me. Jan uplifts me, and some of you have even said it in the videos. My goodness, you always hear him in the background cheering me up and all that. So yeah, friends are only like, if I have friends, I don't like friends who are not uplifting me. I uplift my friends. I also want to surround myself with my friends who are going to uplift me. Who wants to be with people who are putting you down? Who wants that? So no. And I think something else is like setting healthy boundaries. And again, it's like sometimes people, when you're young and somebody does something, oh, you're ready to go and fight. And sometimes, like now, somebody might do something where I feel like, I should have gone. But then I'm always like, really, was it worth it? So yes, you have to put people in their position, but sometimes you have also to think, is this person actually really worth it? But don't let people walk all over you. Of course, you should put people in their position. You should set healthy boundaries, but don't keep fighting with everybody because, he cannot come and cross and pass me and go from my line. If somebody come and crosses me and goes in front of my line, I'll look at the lady, the cashier. If you see customer passing me and then you help them, then maybe it's you. I'm going to say, so I was standing there and you let this person come and why didn't you tell the person like to go back and stand in the line? Or sometimes I just leave it alone and I go home and I forget it and I'm happy, instead of if I start a fight with this crazy person and maybe he yells and no. Set healthy boundaries, but don't go fighting all the small fights. I don't do that. Yes, and balancing, having a work-life balance. And in Denmark is one of those countries where we have like work-life balance. Like they respect we have our weekends, we have our days off, and I think at my work especially, I'm happy at my work. Like when I was at a hospital, sometimes when you're off, they call you, can you come in? Somebody is sick. But I think at my work, I think there's that thing, like it's very rare, because I think the work environment is so good that we don't have so many people who are like sick of stress, because they're emotionally sick because of the work is making them sick. My work is, where I work, is very, very nice. We're very, very good to each other. People are so kind. So people at work, people of course get sick, but people are willingly, quickly to come and help, So we rarely get called to work, to go come and work on your weekend and all that. And that's what was at the hospital. There is one of the reasons I also left the hospital. You feel like you're not off. On your days off, they're calling you. You're working, and some of the hospitals, they can't allow you just to work day shift and evening shift. They want you to have day shift, evening shift, night shift. I could not do that. I love being in the hospital. I miss being in the hospital, the whole environment. But life there is not for the weak, Life there is not for the weak. And another thing is prioritizing sleep. You have heard all that, I don't, like I said in one of my videos, I don't do activities during my work days. If I know I'm going to work tomorrow, I'm not going to go out to a movie that is going to be until 10 in the night. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to go to a party. Like if it's close to our neighbor, and then I'll go. But if it's somewhere we're going to drive and then be coming home 10 in the night and then I have to go to bed at 11, I don't do that, because I know how I am the next day if I don't get my sleep. I'm angry. No, I am not pleasant to be around. So I know how I am and I need my sleep. Honestly, my mental health is so bad if I'm not getting sleep. And I can't imagine those people who have problem of sleeping in such a long time. For me, if I don't sleep a day or two, I can feel like depression is sneaking up on me if I don't sleep. So I prioritize sleeping. And another thing I think I do a lot now is self-reflection, And I think a lot of people are not good at doing that. I reflect a lot. If something happens to me, if somebody is mean to me, something happens to my life, I always go back, think, what could I have done, in this situation? What could I have done better so this did not come like that? Or I would think, if I say that, what could I have done? And I see honestly, I could not have done anything because this person was mean to me. Then I think, this person, there's something wrong with this person. So this person is miserable at home. This person must be going through something in order for them to say something like that to me. Just like on my channel, if somebody that comes and says some mean comment to me, they don't know me or anything, I'm like, wow. There's somebody one time I made a video. I was wearing these light jeans and everybody was saying these jeans were looking good on me. Of course, some people, some followers, they love you so much they might lie. I don't know. I thought I looked good in these jeans. And somebody was like, aren't you too old to be wearing light skin jeans? I was like, wow. I just said, wow. I hope you are okay. I hope whatever is going on in your life, you find a solution. I really, really pray for you that you get better. Because something must be wrong on your side, in able to be saying something rude to person you don't even know. So I always reflect, and I don't. People make bad comments on my channel. I'm not like, sometimes if I go, I'm like, I want to start typing, I'm like, and then I'm like, no, because that's going to start a fight, and that fight is going to be, the person can't fight by themselves. I'm going to be part of the fight, and that's going to give me stress, my mental health and all that. No, I just write these kind of things. I always say I hope they feel better. I hope whatever is happening in their life, because honestly, it's true. People who are happy in their life, they don't say mean things to other people. People who are happy in their life, they're not jealous of other people. People who are happy in their life, they're not going to be rude and being cruel to other people. So I always think like, if somebody is doing something like that to me, something is wrong with them. And I think therapy, I have not been so much in therapy because I think, I don't know, us African, well, I know African girls, like us, like, maybe I talk for myself, like, I think a Ugandan person, I feel like we've been through much in our lives back home, and I think somehow we become strong. I think we have a strong foundation, like we are fighters, we are warriors, we know how to deal with things. A lot of things happen to people, like in Africa, like at least in Uganda, and you have to deal with it. So I think by the time we come to countries like in Denmark, you feel sometimes things happen and you're like, I'll be fine. What I was saying, I haven't gone to therapy. I've gone to therapy recently, but I haven't been able to use therapy a lot. But if I needed therapy, I would not be like, because I think there's a taboo, I think in black people, not all, who think like going to therapy, going to see a therapist, it's something wrong with you, you're mentally sick or something wrong with you. No, therapy is good to go if you feel you can't resolve something, you can't talk to somebody, or maybe sometimes when I've gone to therapy, I knew like the solution to my problem. Actually, I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know, like, I was like, I would like for somebody, a doctor, to tell me, the therapist, to tell me that it's okay. And the therapist told me, yeah, that's the right decision you're making. It's the right decision you're making. So I already knew like my decision was right, but I just wanted for her to confirm it. So if I needed to go to therapy, I will not be ashamed to go to therapy, and I will not be afraid to say I'm going to therapy. But I will go to therapy when I need to go to therapy. And another thing, I go out a lot, especially in the summertime. I like going to out in nature. If you have been here for some time, you know how nature lights me up. You know how listening to water flowing, you know how trees, how the green, how the animals out there, I just get happy. And one of my followers was saying, oh Millie, I'm a city girl, and I think you are such a, like, she wasn't saying like meaning it, but I think she meant like, it seems like I love so much nature, and for her she's like a city girl. She likes like big buildings, architecture, and I love this. And that thing, I think for me, I'm not like in a box, like, because I love nature, it means I like living in a village. I could live in a city, but I think I love to be able to go outside. If we had, I think, an apartment in the city, we had talked about having an apartment in the city, but also we had said if we have an apartment in the city, we will buy a cottage, so we are able to go, and I would love to have my feet on the grass. But if I didn't have that choice, I would live in the city, and then I would just be able to go find a forest and walk. A lot of people do that. So I am not in a box, like, because I love nature, I like living in a village. And I think we live like 15 minutes from the big town, from the second biggest city in Denmark. We live around there, so I'm not like living in the village. It's a village for some people. But yeah, I love nature, I love being outside, and going for a walk. Sometimes I'm looking like, now it looks cold outside, I don't want to go there, but sometimes when I go there I'm like, wow, it isn't that bad cold. But if I breathe in the fresh air, because being inside here, especially during the winter time, you actually get more sick of it, because the air is so dry. Your skin is going to be dry, your nose is going to be dry, your eyes are going to be dry. So it's always good to go outside, open the windows, and go also outside and get this fresh air. And I think a lot of us, many Africans, are not good at that, because they don't want to go, it's cold, they rather stay inside. But I'm good at doing that. I love being outside. And yeah, so guys, not only do I go out in nature, but also exercising. I feel like exercising, if you're good to doing yoga, I don't do yoga a lot, but I do exercise. And I think sometimes you feel like you don't want to go to the gym, but have you ever felt like after you've been to the gym, how happy you feel, how like you feel energized, and you feel like, yeah, I think exercising, not only just walking, power walking, but also going to the gym and giving it your all, is really, really good for your mental health. So I think if sometimes it can also be hard to go out, to go to the gym, but start with a walk, start going outside, So for me, I feel like exercise, when I exercise, when I'm really, really on it and exercising regularly, I feel like I feel good, I feel energy, I feel happy. And yes, and another thing, like I stopped drinking alcohol. When I say I stopped drinking alcohol, I didn't stop like completely, but I think let's say if it was 100%, I think I went from like to 90%. I have a glass of red wine once in a while. If we're out traveling on a weekend getaway, I can have a glass of wine, but I don't drink like I used to. And I wasn't like an alcoholic, but in Denmark people drink a lot. So even if you're not alcoholic, you're going to this birthday, you're going to this, you're going to that, people are coming over. Every time it's like I have a drink, and it just becomes like a bad idea, So I cut out alcohol and, not drinking. That also helps on your sleep, that helps on your body, and the inflammation on your body also kind of decreases. And that's good for your mental health. I think these hangovers, drinking and having hangovers, that can't be good for your mental health. Next day people are telling you, oh, you did that, or you danced like almost like, I don't know, and the tiredness that comes with it the next day. When you were younger, I would be like, sometimes go out and then I come home during summertime. We don't have many summer days in Denmark, and then you'll be like, whole of Saturday you're sleeping and the weather is good outside, and then you're like, oh, you feel sad. So yeah, cutting out alcohol is one of the best things I've ever done for myself. And I can really, really feel that on me. Like sometimes you're thinking, what has happened to me? Like, because your body slowly starts repairing itself, and you kind of not realizing it because it's happening slowly by slowly, but you feel it like something has happened, because my mental health and the way I am and the way I react to things is very different. So yeah, cutting out alcohol, that's another thing that has helped me. Yes, another thing is I like to express my feelings. I think when I was young, I was that kind of person. I think I wasn't a good girlfriend. I was that kind of person. If somebody did something to me, I'll be quiet and I'll be moody, and I'll be like, I'll be like, they could go a week without I talk to somebody. I feel sorry for the people I dated when I was younger. They could go a week without me talking, because like I want for the person to find out themselves what they have done to me. But now if Jans does something I don't like, I think we are there, like I'll tell him right away. I'm not going to wait for days and everything. Sometimes it happens when I'm like, he should figure it out himself. He knows, I would like for him to come and say sorry. Once in a while it happens, but it's very, very rare. And I told Jan, like, if something's wrong, I don't want you to go like be mad like 3 days and don't tell me. It's not healthy at all. And the other person doesn't know what you have done. It's bad for the relationship. It's not just your husband, your children, and people should learn to tell somebody how you feel, express your feelings, because the person probably is ready to say, I'm sorry. The person maybe did not mean it the way you took it, or they didn't think of it. There's many, many reasons. So I'm really, really, really good at expressing how I feel, and also like forgiving a person. And sometimes maybe people are not forgivable. If you see like you can't go and tell if you feel like you can't forgive somebody, you feel like something is unforgivable, do it for yourself, forgive them because I think it was Dr. Phil said, if you don't forgive somebody, you keep like dancing tango with them. You're dancing tango with them, and sometimes these people, they have moved on, they've even forgotten, and somebody does something to you, you don't forgive them, they even have forgotten. You were there 3 years, 2 years, 10 years, you're still mad at this person, you're still angry at this person, you're still upset, and they have moved on, they have forgotten about whatever they did. It's affecting your health, it's affecting your mental health, your heart, and they have moved on. They are healthy, they're living their best life, and you're still there with this problem. So forgiving, that's something also like if I can't forgive the person, I can't say, what, if they don't apologize and I feel like the apology is real, then I forgive them, but I do it for myself. I write down in my journal, I reflect that I'm leaving this, I'm letting it go. Yeah, some things are not forgivable, but you have to forgive. It doesn't mean you have to forget, but you have to give for your own mental health. Another thing, guys, is I love laughing. Laughing is good for us. Laughing is good for our healthy. And I feel sad for people who can't laugh. Of course, you cannot know why they're not laughing. So me, I love laughing, and I don't like naturally. I laugh naturally. It's not like I decided one day I want to laugh. I've always been that person who laughs, and sometimes maybe I even laugh maybe in situations that I should not be laughing. But I love to. I don't like to take myself too seriously. If I have to be serious, I am serious. Like if I'm at work and have to be serious, I'm serious. But I love to laugh. Yan makes me laugh. I make Yan laugh. We are always like making jokes. And I like I said, if I want to be serious, of course I'll be serious. Yan and I, we play a lot, like a lot. There's a lot of things I cut out in our vlogs because we fool around a lot, and I'm always like, yeah, we cannot post that because we're always fooling around and always laughing. And it's so nice to find somebody who actually can laugh with you, because it's not nice to be with somebody like you're a person who likes to laugh and you find things funny, and you're laughing and they're looking at you like, what are you laughing about, if I'm around people who are like serious all the time, and they don't smile, they don't laugh, they're almost moody, I start getting uncomfortable. So laughing is very important for your healthy, and I don't think it's something you can just start doing, can you? I used to see people making these courses, or people meeting and then they were laughing all together. I'm like, I don't know, me, I laugh a lot, and sometimes you see me, sometimes in my videos, guys, I apologize saying I'm sorry, I'm laughing a lot, but it's just in my nature, laughing. And I found somebody who loves laughing, and I found somebody who enjoys my jokes, and I enjoy his jokes. We're always making each other laugh, so even in difficult times, we find a way to smile and laugh about things. So laughing is really, really good for your health, mental health. So if you can, start laughing and smile. If you find somebody, smile to somebody. If you meet somebody in the street and smile back to you, you might have changed somebody's life. You might have made somebody's day. So I try to smile at people when I'm out and about. Not always, not everybody smiles back, but when I smile to somebody, they smile back. Oh wow, I feel so good. And I always said to myself, I hope they felt as good as I felt when they gave me back that smile. So remember to smile, guys. It's really good for you, and you might make somebody's day. Guys, these are some of the things I do to stay emotionally and mentally healthy, and probably I left something out. What do you do, guys? What do you do to stay emotionally and mentally healthy? Leave it in the comments. Share with me. I love learning from other people, and some of my followers also can learn from your experience. So share your wisdom so we can all learn from that. So I hope you enjoy the video, guys, and like my video, guys. It helps. Thank you, and stay tuned for more videos like this. Mwah.